Japan and Korea have gone to war many times throughout the centuries, with Japanese samurai meeting against the Korean army on many of these occasions. However, today Korea has brought the big guns with a massive Gatling gun machine gun, fully automatic, ready to rip with armor-piercing shells against the oncoming samurai army comprised of just under 10 million samurai. Can one machine gun stop 10 million samurai? Let's find out today. Here we go, pressing start right now, and the gun for Korea begins to immediately shoot the wall of their bridge. That is not going to help them out a lot, I must say. There we go, now it's spamming out fire a little bit more. Of course, if this gun does fail, we will be multiplying them until we get our answer of how many cannons it takes. And the samurai already managed to kill that thing, and it did manage to get, actually, some kills are still racking up apparently. 2,300 kills. Not bad, not great. For the sake of the experiment, we are now doing 2 of these machine guns against the oncoming samurai army. Now, we do have, 8.5 million samurai coming forward. Technically, it's supposed to be 10 million, but the mountains over there and stuff kind of despawn them and stuff when you try and spawn them actually in. So, yeah, a little bit less. Guys, fire to the left. There you go, there you go. One's already down. And the second one is still going, but dies as well. Because they were firing so much in the corner there, it seems like they got not as many kills really per unit as last time. They're at about 2,800. More samurai continue to die. They might be drowning in here, I'm guessing, or something. That's too dark in there to see. But let's increase it now. Let's do 5. Let's do 5. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Here we go, boys. 5 of them firing away now. Basically, we need to get to the point where they're creating enough of a wall of fire that the samurai can't even hope to cross the bridge. Comment down below how many you think it might take to reach that point in this battle. I mean, right now, this is absurd. They are shredding. I mean, this is quite the wall of fire. These are, I think, more powerful than the Sea Whizzes that we've used. It's pretty darn close. The Sea Whizzes, I think, have more explosive power behind them, whereas these are more just, you know, large projectiles, because the Sea Whizzes will, like, tear apart entire formations, but these fire a lot quicker and with a much larger spread. A couple samurai making it up here. They do get a few swings on that one, bringing it down to half health. These actually only have 250 health a pop, so really they're a pretty weak cannon if the enemy does reach them. Luckily, that is not really happening right now. There we go, a few more samurai getting nice and close. I'm honestly thinking 5 might be able to do it if the samurai do manage to, like, squeak in soldiers here and there and start chopping at them and getting those kills. Then they will die, but like 5 to 10 should be able to maintain, I feel like. Look at this on the shores. The samurai are just getting absolutely demolished. All the katanas just sticking through the air. Not only do the samurai have to worry about the bullets coming through, they also have to worry about where they step, because it's basically just turning into razor wire over there with the sheer number of katanas just sticking up straight through all these bodies. Absolutely insane. Yeah, okay, for once we might not have to go into the thousands of units in these types of battles to get our answer, because right now these guys are getting absolutely shredded here. This is a very thematic bridge. You know, we've got like the little camp back here. It's very ancient Asia coded. But I will say it makes it very hard to see the actual bridge like from above. You have to really zoom in for these time lapses and stuff like that. That we'll probably start doing right now because dang, these Korean soldiers are holding with these machine guns. We have 8.46 million Japanese soldiers remaining, and of course the 5 Korean machine guns. Let's go ahead and time lapse because I think these guys are setting up for a long defense this time. I think the Samurai definitely still do have the possibility of getting a W because a few have slipped through the cracks and managed to get swings on, and with such low health, the guns are not going to be capable of really stopping them from getting kills in just a few swings. Like there's another Samurai getting very close. He crossed the bridge, didn't make it to the troopers, but yeah, that's the main problem, I'd say. Either way, let's watch. Okay, we actually do have one of the Korean guns going down, and that shows just how vulnerable these guys are, because now the Samurai are consistently making it pretty close to them. Look at this. That is a problem. So even just losing one of their guns is not fantastic for the Korean army. We'll continue to watch, but I do think they're probably not going to end up winning this one. They do have about 31,000 kills right now. You know what? Maybe I stand corrected. These 4 are starting to really kill it, honestly. They're racking up the kills. Maybe 4 can, in fact, win with their 5th down. We'll find out, but, you know, it's looking at least slightly more promising here. Not still super confident, but, like, it is better. Let's watch them, like, overhead here, because that way we can really see how close the Samurai are getting. Ah, nuts. The Samurai do end up getting the W. Quite the body pile built up, actually. And I think that might have been the problem, is that the body pile ends up giving the Samurai in the back cover while the front just kind of charges in. So that can be very problematic in these types of battles. Now, why don't we go ahead and increase it to 10 machine guns for the Korean army here? I think maybe then they'll be able to do this thing. I'm wondering if we blob them up or spread them out. I'm thinking probably spread them out. Let's see. We'll try it out. I think, yeah, we are at 8.32 million remaining Samurai, so about 180,000 kills. Because these do have slight explosive damage, it doesn't necessarily count every single kill, because I've never managed to fix that bug, even though Jamie D has told me how. I'm just super lazy, and I don't like going into files. So, let's go! Alright, here we go. We tried to spread them out, but for some reason they all spread it out to the right, despite me putting them in the middle. But hey, that's Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 for you. They do not get the preciseness that you often look for. But we are seeing more, fire going out into the middle of the crowd out this way, which is good to see. So they'll probably be getting, some kills through these guys. Looks like it's not like one shot, one kill or anything like that, because I am seeing some hits, but no kills in there. How much health do these guys have? 500, so they're actually a fairly strong unit in terms of Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. They have double the health of the actual guns here, but I am wondering if 10 guns is going to be enough. This very well could be. I mean, they literally just need to make it so the Samurai can't touch them, and then they are golden. Last time around, they did survive for a very, very, very long time without dying, but this time could be different. I guess we'll find out. Why don't we do a nice overhead here, because yeah, we can kind of angle it this way with so many. We can see the real fire going out there. Beautiful. Let's go. All right, guys, we are seeing a staunch defense here. 8.3 million remaining enemies, so about 200,000 killed at this point. The body pile on the opposite shore is building up here, so we might be seeing the W this time around. Since the body pile is much farther away, they'll have more time to build it up in here. And then also, we have 10 things here. I mean, they could definitely just kind of kill a lot of enemies without too much trouble, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like this is good. This is good. Excellent gameplay analysis by me, I must say. Yes. All right, let's keep watching. But yeah, this is looking like we could finally have a victory here with only 10, which is really impressive because normally we lose really badly on these battles a lot before we get a victory. My cat bumped the mouse, but at least we still got to see the time lapse there. They're still holding perfectly fine. 8.13 million remaining enemies, so we're almost at 500,000 kills thus far, which is pretty impressive. We'll keep her going for a while here. Why not? Yeah, let's keep her going. Oh my goodness, I was just watching the time lapse and all of the sudden, the Japanese army just started destroying, just crushing loaf here. Oh my god, they got 6 kills in the span of like a minute. That's not good. 7.9 million remaining Japanese soldiers, so they... What is this man doing? Honestly, the glitch unit is probably helping the Japanese samurai more than anything. My goodness. Yes, they've lost about 600,000 troopers at this point, which is quite hefty. And there goes another Korean gun. 3 more remain. Okay, I think it's probably Jover for this one. With only 3 guns remaining, we'll just go ahead and I'll just let it ride without time-lapsing because I don't want to use up too much more memory on a losing battle. But if they do hold out, that's great. But I'll be back in a second with the result. Well, it really didn't take much longer before they died. Okay. I guess let's crank it up to 25 guns, I suppose. I really thought 10 would have it, but I think the problem is the body pile does grow eventually, and then the samurai are able to attack without being shot beforehand, and so then they can kind of creep in. So yeah, let's get 25 of these bad boys on the battlefield now. Here we go. 25 lined up, ready to roll. Let's see how these guys end up doing here. I think this will be the one. I said that last time, but this time I really mean it. I am so serial here, guys. I mean, the spam fire is crazy. I mean, it's just going to be hard to tell, honestly. The body piles are the main concern, I will say, long term for this to succeed. Let's go ahead and watch overhead. Oh, they are getting kills way, way faster this time around. Beautiful. One samurai did make it pretty far, so hopefully we don't have that happen again, because that would be a disaster, to say the least. But let's keep her going here. Things are going quite well. 7.8 million samurais still remain, and all 25 of these suckers still remain. We did have one come in very close here. I don't think he got any swings off, but that is dangerous. What are you doing firing back this way? I mean, I guess you're still getting kills, so it's fine, but just weird. Alright, let's keep her going. This might be the one we get to watch for the long haul into the W. Alright guys, 20 minutes later, look at this body pile. It's absolutely insane. The samurai keep on coming. And we do have 2 losses, these 2 at the very front here. But all the peripheral machine guns are totally fine. They are up to 7.3 million samurai remaining, so they've killed like 1.2 million or something like that, which is pretty insane. I'm just gonna let this ride for a bit because we've done a lot of time lapsing. I want to make sure we have enough storage space in the computer to do some later, so I'll just let this roll. Oh, wow, wow, wee, wow. Okay, so I let this time lapse for like an hour here. Well, I didn't time lapse, I just let it go. And look at the body piles. They're literally covering half of the water now. That's insane. We do have 7 dead Korean machine guns here, so they have gotten a few more kills against these guys. But look at this, 3.4 million remaining Korean machine guns, meaning that's well over half. I mean, that's like, we're almost at a 4th remaining. That's crazy. We're at like a 3rd remaining, I think. Oh my goodness. I think they can still do this with 18 of them remaining. They did lose a few, but they still have many pouring out, just tons of fire out here. So let's go ahead and roll a time lapse here, but I think we'll have our answer with 25. Oh, guys, I think it's Jover. We only have 5 remaining, now 4 remaining. They're just dying real quick here. Wow, they, once they go down quick. Now 3 remaining. Yikes! They got to 3 million enemies remaining, which is nothing to scoff at. I mean, that's great, but oh, once the enemies start coming in hot, they don't stop. It's like, you know, once you lose a bunch of these things, you don't have very much longer, sadly. Yikes. We'll let these guys die out here, though. Well, there we go. Not much longer and the samurai win. Let's up it to 50 of these, and I think this is probably where we do get the W. And here we are, 50 troopers here. Let's go ahead and press start and say, ooh, lag this time around. Uh-oh. Okay, if we face this way, it's fine though, so that's fine. Alright, cool. We found a solution. These 50 starting off just ravaging the enemy lines right off the rip. Last time around, of course, they ended up with 3 million remaining samurai. Let's see if the Korean machine guns can get the W with 50. I mean, logically, you would think yes, but you never know with these things. Let's time lapse. Alright guys, 7.8 million samurai remaining. All 50 of our boys here remaining. So let's just let this run for a while, because it is going to be a long one. Okay, decided to time-lapse for a little while there, and we ended up under the bridge. They are keeping the samurai at bay. I'm not going to look in the other direction, but you can see the body pile is very high because the lag in the other direction is horrible. We do have 1 dead Korean machine gun there. Brutal. And we have 3.4 million remaining samurai. So they have clearly done a very good job of killing the samurai, taking them down a huge amount. That is absolutely insane. And things are going pretty well, so hopefully they can continue to go pretty well. Let's let's do one more time lapse like over here. We still have to face this way though. Okay, the body pile grows and grows, but we do have more losses for the defenders. They're down to 42 of these bad boys. I think they will still win this thing, but it is interesting that they have lost 42 soldiers now. Again, we still can't turn around without lag, so we gotta just watch this way. But let's just go ahead and let this ride for a bit, yeah, let her rip. An hour and some change later, and we are down to 31 of these machine guns left alive. As you can see, the samurai have been getting closer and closer. Wow, it gets really laggy when we look anywhere but right here. Yeah, that's bad. But there's only 500,000 samurai remaining, so I think they'll be able to make this happen. They've taken a few more losses, but they are just still crushing it. It's so laggy, why? Alright, we're gonna stop looking that way and just look over here and let it ride. Alright, there's only 170,000 samurai left, so let's go ahead and hit the ult on them with the nuke. It is so laggy looking this way. Alright, let's look this way instead. Well, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. 50, not 25. That's how many it takes. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.